Shibon and Guru in the house, back with another bang on video. Well, yes, ladies and gentlemen, I would want to apologize for my comments on the new away kit because right now the way it has been enhanced with the Arsenal unloading the video, I think it looks decent enough. But yeah, I would want to take my comments back because it looks decent enough. And about the history of it, well, you'll come to know more in the video. But moving on, Kieran Tierney actually opened up about he had an interview with Open Goal Sport. And talking about Arteta's coaching, he said, brilliant. We do a video meeting most mornings about what we are going to do in training. He literally tells you how a game will go. He can talk you through a game before it happens. And also, Kieran Tierney went on speaking more about the other stuff. He says he was asked about the difference between English and Scottish football. He said, the first couple of sessions, the tempo. The first session I was against Martinelli. He's a young boy and I knew he was good. Then I said, whoa, this is the standard he is. Unbelievable. The effort and attitude was unreal from Martinelli. Probably the biggest thing is the technique. I've not been gifted with that. All the young boys are unbelievable. Saka and Joe Willock, their technique is incredible, man. And talking about the who was the hardest for him to actually mark, he said hardest player, Premier League player to play against. He said Traore, mate. I would say him 100%. Once he gets going, you know he was gone. But there is no stopping him. He's going to get crosses in against anybody. So yes, everyone, Arsenal fans are the most eagle-eyed fans on Twitter because they actually shared Aubameyang's flight back to London. They actually shared that from the AirNav radar box. So that is unbelievable, man. These guys know that he's coming back and what's going to happen because Arsenal have announced their away kit. So next is what they're waiting for is Aubameyang announcement. Yes, I hope everyone is wanting that. And talking about Aubameyang, Kieran Tierney says his pace, mate, he's the quickest player I've ever seen in my life. Mbappe was always the quickest, I said, but he's just that quick. He's frightening. And talking about David Luiz, Tierney says he's a legend, the biggest legend ever. I love him. He's so good with all the good boys and everybody loves him. He's a proper leader. Like even if he's not got the armband, he still leads. Well, this suggests that, Mark Man Bryant's tweets out, if you support Arsenal and are still unclear as to why David Luiz was given a new contract, Kieran Tierney has the answers, makes it very clear how much love Arsenal squad have for proper leader in the name of David Luiz. But let's talk about more stuff. Well, here's the reality. Arsenal have won the fight with Manchester United, Napoli and Lyon by signing the contract of former defender of Hawaii, Gabriel Magalhães, from Lille for £22 million. But there's a problem. Hawaii holds 15% of the athletes' rights in addition to the percentage of the forming club. So you need to wait and see if when that is cleared, and only then Gabriel will be announced for Arsenal. And also Arsenal updated their FA Cup list, the change in the office that they made, and yes, they have engraved that 2020 victory of FA Cup in the office as well. And talking about it, Mohamed Bouhafsi comes up with the realistic news. He says Arsenal are in pole position for Gabriel Magalhães and the player must make decision tonight or overnight. Napoli revived interest and Lille have fee agreement of 30 million euros with Arsenal and Napoli. We just have to be calm, and yes, things are going to happen, and definitely I think Gabriel will choose Arsenal. And talks of Torreira to Roma have slowed down. You know why? Because it could be due to the Torreira's agent, who Roma still owe commission for one of his clients previously. So I think it's all a monetary issue, man. Roma really so much stingy, man. I think as Arsenal fans, we feel that Stan Kroenke is a stingy guy. Head over and look at all the Serie A clubs. They're the most stingiest people. Well, moving on. Charlie Nicholas says Gabriel must come in. We let Saliba stay at Saint-Etienne last season. People said he'd struggle in the Premier League. Aren't these guys already struggling? We welcome Saliba, and if we can get Gabriel, I think we have a bit of pace and power. Mesut Ozil came up with a tweet. It's a very funny thing that happened by an Arsenal fan from India. Mesut Ozil tweeted out, the latest App in Studios game, Grapple Pack, is out now. Delighted to have launched our second game with the Appnin team, which is available to download now. And the funniest part is an Indian fan actually replied to that saying signed the thing, and then he forgot it was not Aubameyang, so he said sorry, wrong player. He actually went on and actually trolled Mesut Ozil for no good reasons. But moving on, did you know 30th October 2013 Serge Gnabry had tweeted out, happy and blessed to have signed a new contract with Arsenal. Thanks for your great support. Hashtag AFC. And you know what he did? Yesterday he scored two bang on goals. The first goal was freaking believable from Serge Gnabry. I think the second one was on the plate for him. So yeah, according to certain information, Brazilian defender Gabriel could finally cross the channel and sign for Arsenal. He was coveted by the Italians in Naples, according to France Bleu. Antoine Berge has actually said that Gabriel has chosen Arsenal. Lille must now negotiate a fee with Arsenal. So actually, he's a guy who actually broke the story, Antoine. So he said that Arsenal have an agreement with Gabriel but not with Lille. Lille is annoyed by the attitude of Gabriel and his advisors. For the moment, there is no agreement between the clubs, so Lille is also discussing with Manchester United. But Di Marzio came up with, there is interest in Gabriel from Arsenal. The Gunners are formulating their offer. Furthermore, there could be eventual competition from United for Gabriel. Similar info to Antoine Berg. But if you ask me, in reality, I think there are lots of I just would say one thing: please wait and see how things will turn out, because yeah, these news will always confuse you, and there are lots of contradicting news that are actually put out there, all of which requires only one thing, that is your patience. Moving on, Arsenal are really interested in Marseille midfielder Morgan Sanson for this summer transfer window. Well, according to certain information, according to Le Faucine, the Gunners' new leadership greatly appreciates Morgan Sanson, and his supporters within the club have gained weight. Super agent Pini Zahavi has been trying to place his client at the Premier League club all summer. Olympique Marseille president Ediard has actually been wanting somewhere around 35 to 40 million euros. Marseille have previously rejected a bid from Crystal Palace. Well, moving on, Chelsea and Arsenal are set to battle it out to sign £22.5 million rated Sevilla loanee Sergio Reguilon from Real Madrid. Well, yes, Chelsea and Arsenal are really fighting it out to sign Sergio Reguilon, but let's see how things will turn out. Well, Kieran Tierney has revealed someone spray-painted Judas near his home after his move to Arsenal was announced. He said, "It was just sad the way it ended, people turning and all that. Some people make it out to be what it's not, and it's not that at all. Weeks before, when Arsenal had bid, people were like that you're a rat if you go, you're terrible, you're never a Celtic fan." I'm like, this is breaking my heart reading this, and as soon as this gets announced, it's going to blow up. And the worst thing I did when it got announced was go on Twitter. There were thousands of tweets, threats and all sorts, and when I went home 2 days later after signing, there was spray paint on the walls, Judas outside my bit. So yes, he has actually sacrificed a lot from these certain plastic Celtic fans. Well, moving on, Serge Gnabry and Jeffrey in Adelaide have really come a long way, man. Yes, yesterday they played against each other in the Champions League semi-final. I hope they reach more heights, man. It's unbelievable. And also, according to Duncan Castles, Gabriel Magalhães is said to have his Arsenal medical today. Yes, according to Duncan Castles. Guys, don't believe this. Wait for the right thing to come in, and let's see how things will turn out. And also, Arsenal are said to be demanding only 30 to 35 million euros for Alexander Lacazette, but Juventus could still find a better agreement if they can do a swap deal. And that is why they are waiting for, is it? Well, Tierney was also asked, Tierney also mentioned in his interview about David Luiz, he says, "I signed the same day as David Luiz. He's a winner, a born winner. He was saying to me during the season, when we were doing bad, we are going to win the silverware this season. Believe me, he is about motivational speeches and all that. When he talks, everybody listens." So that's really great. That's unbelievable, man. That's really, really great. Arteta has said, "I was worried when I returned to club as manager. I saw a lot of things that worried me in terms of the unity, the energy that was around the place. But I must say that straight away in the next few days, I completely felt that something was changing. The players really got on the board. They changed their attitude straight away. They started to be together to train really, really well and paid a lot of attention to what we wanted to do." And he was asked actually about on how he turned the struggling side into FA Cup champions. He says the first thing was that I got everyone together, the staff and the players, and I told them what I thought about them and why this wasn't working. If we were going to continue like this, it was never going to work. I'm very positive about where we are. I don't know if we are ahead of schedule. Obviously, if you had told me that we are going to win the cup before we joined, then I probably would be happy with that. What I am very positive and very passionate and encouraged about is what we can do in the future, and if we make the right decisions, I am super confident that we can bring the club back to the top. This is what you want to hear, man. This is what you want to hear from your gaffer, man. This is unfreaking believable. I love it. I love anything that Mikel Arteta says. It just makes an immense impact on my brains, man. It just makes me love Arsenal more. Well, talking about more stuff, Arsenal women tweeted out how many days until the women's Arsenal women's are back in UWCL action. Well, it's not far enough. I think it's going to be Saturday. Well, here are certain glimpses of again the Arsenal away kit, and yes, it looks like a thing of beauty. And also there is something special that Kieran Tierney is actually being the image of Kieran Tierney holding a Tesco bag is actually used in the advert as well. I love it, man. Arsenal's creativity is it knows no bounds, man. It's really beautiful. In the next video, we're going to talk about Hossein Aouar to Arsenal, where exactly things stand. And don't forget, the live today is going to be lit again. And also we're going to talk about completely the Arsenal fixtures, what can we expect from Arsenal. And yes, let's move on to the next video. I will see you in my next video. Until then, don't forget to subscribe. We are on a mission of reaching 10,000 subscribers as soon as possible. Once we get there, I think it's going to be really great, and I think you will definitely get either a special live or definitely a special celebration video. I will see you in my next video. Until then, cheers, and don't forget to subscribe.